idea is that I'll just do it every now and again. Not for clips specifically. I'm not trying to clip farm this. Though I will make a yeah, I probably will make a long form video out of this, but I don't really think I'm going to make like a milk this out with shorts or anything. So I was kind of like in a fighting with myself on how often I should roll. That was basically my biggest problem. Anyway, 11 to 15, we're going to have I forgot this one. Wait, let me check my notes real quick on my save notes. It was here we are. Okay, so 11 to 15 is I can't drink a flask. For I didn't add a time. I just literally wrote down can't put flask. I think I rushed the list when I first made it, so I can't drink a flask for, let's say 1 minute. We'll say 1 minute. 1 minute of can't drinking a flask, or not drinking a flask. Then we'll have 16 to 20. Or actually, no. Let's leave 20 because that's a special spot. We'll leave the nat 20 for something else. So we'll have 16 to 19. We'll have that be. I didn't write this one down. I only had 11 to 15 written down. I literally think I gave up like halfway when I wrote this. I wrote this days ago, by the way, so it's not like anything fresh. I wrote this before I even got the dice thing set up. It was after the first test stream when I realized I need to have this set up. Basically, next stream, I'm going to have each individual number. I did want to have them two, like, separate, mechanics, just so it's not, like, stale after the first one. But anyway, 16 to 19, I'm going to have... I have to make this one up on the spot. Hold on. I think I'm going to have... You should put a small list on screen so we can understand when things land on certain numbers. Okay, so there are what's it called? Dice logs, that's what they're called. They're called roll logs. Roll logs, so basically they appear on the side of the screen. There was not one for this specific dice roller. This was I need to put more lit in there. This was the only dice roller. Stream dice roller that had stream capabilities with the hotkeys on your keyboard. Every single other one was for the stream deck, which I do not have. So without a stream deck, I basically just press 1, 2 on the number pad, and it does that. Really convenient, fits the screen nice, so obviously that's a 9. I can see on my second monitor. I did have to cover up my Twitch and other outputs, but I think that's a good sacrifice. But anyway, 16 to 19, back to that. I feel like it should be something good instead of can't drink a flask, because obviously I actually, having 11 to 15 be a bad one, I feel like that's a little dumb, actually. So 1 to 5, I'm actually going to rewrite 6 to 10. Instead of can't attack until opponent attacks, I'm going to have can't drink flask for 6 to 10. For 1 minute. How will I know if it's 1 minute or not? I'm going to guess. You know what? Let's give it can't drink flask until a quarter away from death. Is that a little See, with things like that, it kind of makes me... I feel like I'll forget, like, mid-battle. Like, if I'm fighting a boss, I'm not going to remember to not drink my flask until I'm a quarter away. Because by habit, as a Souls player, I'm going to drink my flask when I'm a quarter down. So I'm going to say can't drink flask for... I don't know if I should do a time or if I should do a like a punishment if I do drink the flask. Can't drink flask until this one's actually really tough for me. Can't drink flask, which is the healing pot, obviously. You can't drink it until I really should have had this written down. I thought I did, but apparently my dumb previous self didn't write down the instructions for the numbers. I had 1 to 16 written down, but apparently I didn't go past that, and I didn't even put these in depth, so can't. Okay, just don't drink flask until you land a heavy attack. That's a little odd, though. I feel like that's way too specific. I might have that on the number one just so it's more chaotic, but for right now, I think 6 to 10 should be just don't drink flask until you get hit again. Roll for every flask use. So basically, that either screws me completely or I get hit and then I heal again. Because obviously if I'm at low HP, that just means I can't flask again. That just means I'm dead. So 16 to 19. Oh, sorry, we're going back to 11 to 15. We're going to rewrite this, and this is actually going to be something positive, or somewhat positive. You cannot drink flask until you use your weapon arts. Why did I not think of that? I'm so stupid. That's an amazing idea. Thank you, Squid Stomper. Don't drink flask until weapon art use. Or how about skill use? Skill use, like character skill use, because that's a good timer, I think, because you can actively see it charging back up, especially if I'm playing Undertaker for her skill, or even ult. It's either going to be skill or ult. Her skill charges really fast, so I think it's kind of a freebie. Don't drink flask until character skill. But then I could just cheese and I could just spam it. I'm gonna do ult. Don't drink flask until character ult. And then 11:15 is forced to use heavy attack. 16 to 19 is forced to do light attack. And I'm going to roll these about like every single time. I think a good timer would be the character skill for these, for the attack rolls. And then actually, I just realized something. If I have the don't drink flask until character ult, the problem with that is when I do the attack roll and it lands on don't drink flask until character ult, then what do? I would just have to re-roll. If an attack roll, do skill. I think that's good. Do skill. And then 1 to 5 is the obvious. Can't roll next attack. Forced to do light attack. And then for 20, we'll have we'll do, what would 20 be? I'm trying to think of what a good 20 would be. Like, for a natural 20, I need to reward myself with something. But, I'm not sure what I reward myself with. 20, I should drop whatever weapon I'm holding. You know what? I'm going to make that my 1. So now I'm going to have 2 to 5. 2 to 5, can't roll next attack. And then for 1, because obviously, nat 1 is a critical failure. So, nat 1 will be drop weapon. Can't pick it back up. And then 20, I think nat 20 should be, it needs to be something positive. I'm trying to think of something positive. You know what? Let's have nat 20 be the ult. I think that would be the smart thing to do, right? No, that kind of conflicts with the don't use the drink, or don't drink the flask until character ult, because I could just be holding onto the ult. But I want to be using my ult as much as possible, just so it makes the don't drink flask roll harder. So I'm going to do 20. 20 should be buff using item, I think. Or something around that line. Like, I know that's not major, but it needs to be a reward, because a nat 20 is supposed to be something that's, like, really good or really rewarding, and the nat 1 is supposed to, or not nat 1, nobody calls it nat 1. A critical failure nat, I keep saying nat 1. rolling a 1 is just bad. It's supposed to be the worst thing physically possible. Buff item for 20. What other ideas am I trying to think? Could be a break from the dice rolling. I was thinking about that. I think that's, yeah, I think that's what we're going to go with. So 20 shall be break from dice rolling until I have a really bad internal clock, so having it be like based on my brain in like the middle of a chaotic boss fight, I think that's just going to screw me over. So I'm going to do until alt again. And I'm also going to be forced to use my alt, so I'm going to add additional rules. Forced to use alt, because that's going to be my timer in the game. And I'm going to be playing Undertaker. Just because DLC character, I've been having fun with her ever since the DLC drop. Even though I haven't even done a Remembrance, I've been trying to save Nightreign to do it on stream. Not the Remembrance specifically, but just so I don't get burnt out of the game, because I played this game so much on launch. Anyway, yes, thank you very much, Squid Stomper, for the very, very nice help. The brain fog there really got me. Anyway, what would be a good boss to start off with? I was going to do Dreadlord first, but I think I scrapped that, and I was going to say I was going to do the Balancers first, but now I realize I'm going to do Tricephalos first, and we're just going to go down the line, because... Oh, they don't even have Everdark Harmonia anymore. The Balancers. They swapped them out. Alright, so Gladius first. Not solo. We're not going to do solo. We're going to do this multiplayer, so this is... I have to actually hope I do well. Because this can completely just screw up my team. Actually, should I do Undertaker? I feel like Wilder might be a bit more of like a classic character. If I can cancel this, then oh, never mind. Well, it's too late. We're going to be doing this with Undertaker. I would have hoped to switch. Wait, no, I forgot I can just switch. For whatever reason, my brain was locked to thinking that we were doing a solo. But yes, I will be doing Wilder on Gladius. Not because I find it easier, but just because we're going to do Gladius first, and then have Wilder, and then we're going to go down the line of the DLC characters and the did I say DLC characters? I mean down the base game roster, and then we're going to do the DLC characters in order in the bosses. Honestly, I really should have done the Everdark versions first instead of the base versions. But oh well. Can't have everything. But anyway, yes. Axe. I'm not using an axe. What am I doing? I am the Wilder. Alright, okay, so, first of all, we're going to, just start off doing the basic run. I would roll now, but, wait, I forgot to hide it off of the screen. I've had it up this entire time. Let's see what we got. Also, I should have had something for pick up a weapon, but I guess we will save that for next stream. Hocus Pocus, thank you very, 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 very much for the subscription for 3 months, a resub. Where did my team go? Hold on just a moment. I really need to get not a script for a thank you, because obviously I don't want it to be scripted for every single little subscription, because that would feel like forced at that point. I want it to be natural, but I need like something really good to follow up with. It's not just thank you, because at the moment all I have is just thank you. So I need to follow it up with something more like personal. Also, I need to scrap some of my filler words. I do realize that I use filler words a lot, like way more than usual. Also, I was alt-tabbed for a moment. Just a second. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I feel like on bosses, instead of just normal enemies, I feel like we might save the rolls for bosses instead of just every single enemy that we come across, because I feel like that would be a little annoying more than anything. Oh, we do have a great sword. Actually, oh yeah, I forgot. I'm not doing the roll to pick up stuff just yet. I was going to do that originally. It was on the original script, but I actually scrapped it, and I wrote it off for the flask one instead. Also, I just want to note how wildly I'm changing through accents at the moment. Oh. Okay. So we do have a. It appears that the Duchess is just doing a meta build. That's cool. How do I roll? Okay, there we go. There we go. Why am I two-handing my shield? Okay, so we rolled a 3. That means I... Of course. Of course. Okay, there we go. So I have to tank the next boss attack. That's what we have to do. Now I can roll. Perfect. Perfect. My teammates are probably so confused. Yeah, I would assume so. I would be very confused if my teammate was just sitting on the side, staring, before just randomly getting hit. Like, almost purposefully so. Alright, again, I feel like my accent is, on, like, a very thin, very thin line of, breaching between down under and then up high, geographically. Why am I attacking the dismounter guy? Also, I need to figure out how to keep the accent when I'm laughing, because I realize that when I'm laughing, I just kind of drop it entirely. And I do that very frequently. Okay, I'm just gonna... We just straight up have a down under accent now. I'm just gonna roll with it at this point. And that's what my voice wants to do at this very moment. That's what we're going to get for however long this lasts. It's a phase. Also, hold on just a moment. Again, the audio will cut out for a second here. But I need to have it on screen. I forgot to add it to my second monitor. I kept it on my first one. There we are. Actually, let me maneuver it just under the multi-chat. There we go. Alright, so now I have it up. That way I'm able to remember just in case I forget. So it's the Ancient Hero. Roll. It is a 20. That means I am break free from dice rolling until my next ult. That's very nice. Why am I one-handing? There we are. Beautiful. That was not the right hand gesture. It's a beautiful play. That was the okay sign. Oh, I'm way too laughy today. That's not the right word, but I'm laughing way too much today. I don't know why. I guess I'm just in a good mood. Webcam's working good. Everything's just gone so smoothly so far. I'm just genuinely surprised the stream has gone as well as it has without a problem. Because by now, usually... Also, I need to hide the dice from the screen. By now, we would have had a problem that would have been, like, stream breaking, but we just haven't. And it's really nice. I think it's because we have the mic over here, we have the earbuds, we have the suit. Everything's great. I think we're going to do this just in case I'm forced to use a heavy attack at any point. It will buff that. Okay, I need to kind of go just a little bit faster. There we are. All right, it seems like I didn't even realize we got the mountaintops as a shifting earth. It seems like we're also going to do the Everjail. Oh, we also have the oh, I thought that was a demi-human queen. It's a Royal Revenant. Please call them the Grafted Scion. All right, I still do not have to use my ult, which is surprising. I don't think I have used my ult. I could be wrong. So I'm free from rolling. I can't believe I got a nat 20 that quick. That was rather insane to me. Also, one thing I do want to talk about on stream is I don't know how to manage my long form content from my short form. Like, I'm either making long form content exclusively or I'm making short form content, because I do find like significant difficulty when I make long form content and I turn it into short form. Like, it just doesn't merge well into the short form format. But anyway, yes, we're going to take the improved damage negation. I also should roll for that as well. Like, have it be like three choices on the dice, or three ways it could roll. Anyway, we have the Stone Skin Lord, the Alabasters. What? I always say her name's wrong. Surprisingly, do not have the ult yet. Now we do. Okay, so I'm going to ult, and that is going to be when I have to reroll now. Never mind, I don't have to reroll because they're dead. I just kind of look like an idiot in front of my team because obviously I just missed my ult completely because I was rolling at the I was rolling the dice for a second. I dismissed it before it was able to play the animation. Alright, so we're going to take the Warming Stone. We're going to take another Warming Stone. Seems like we're going to go for the Meteorite. That's like the first time. I think this is, yeah, this is genuinely the first time I think we've ever gone gone to the Falling Star Beast in this crater. Like, I genuinely do not remember the last time we've fought the Falling Star Beast here. Also, I need to roll. What am I doing? Roll. Surprisingly rolled that. I haven't played Nightreign in a very long time, like since the last stream. So I'm really surprised I've kept my reflexes this like long. I usually get rusty really quick when it comes to games, like when I just don't play them. Because I have not played Nightreign in the slightest outside of streams. You are doing so much damage, Duchess. Also, what did it roll on? It rolled on a 1. What am I doing? I need to drop my weapon. Oh, it's because I've been pressing the wrong button. I missed that church. Oh, I'm stupid. Thank you so much. You've saved me not once, not twice, but I think like 3 times now on stream. Also, wait, for added effect, I'm going to drop my shield as well, because I have both equipped. Paprika Shaker, thank you very much for the follow. Greatly appreciated on our road to, what would it be now, like 110 now? I believe the next milestone is, that Twitch sets. Also, I'm not sure why, but I'm not getting any Twitch notifications. Like, the sound effects are just gone completely now. So again, not too sure about that. It should give me a notification that I should hear in my ears. I always get scared by it. But today it's just off. I don't know why. Sometimes it'll just turn itself off. Let me grab the Great Bow. Actually, no, wait. You know, why not? Because Gladius is weak to Holy. We'll give it to the Iron Eye. It's a Great Bow, but maybe, I've occasionally seen Iron Eyes use the bow. So we'll see with that. Also, I keep forgetting to take the dice off the screen. This is more of a practice round than anything. Obviously, we're going to be Gladius, so it is a legitimate run. We're going to move on to whatever the next boss is. I believe it's Sentient Pest. Actually, no, it's a Dell. What is a Dell called? Gaping Jaw? Gaping Jaw, I think. I believe. I also need to work on keeping the voice up when I'm mumbling a little, like when I lower my voice to kind of like whisper for comedic effect. I probably just took like the most unoptimized path. Okay, maybe not, maybe not. I think I've caught up to them now. Anyway, yes, Paprika Shaker, again. If my thank you before wasn't enough, thank you again for the follow. I did want to do a thing where I rename myself after followers in the game. Like, you could rename yourself in Nightreign. But I'm not too sure how I'm going to do that. Like, if I'm in the middle of the game, like, I'd always do it next run, but... Where is the Site of Grace? Course, of course. Wait, I forgot, I'm supposed to roll... Well, it's mainly supposed to be in boss fights. I don't know what I'm trying to overcomplicate it, I think, just a little bit. Paprika Shaker. I don't know if that's a, I don't know if that's a, I believe you're supposed to call it out when it's a certain kind of sub. I'm using my fists. Thank you very... I need to make this more personal. Hold on. This punch is for you. This punch is for you. And this... Okay, well, there's supposed to be a third punch for you, but you get the point. Thank you so much for the 3-month subscription. Greatly appreciated. Like, I don't know how to emphasize even further. I need to get better at it because I really suck right now. I need to emphasize how much I appreciate it because at this moment, okay, that's Spellbearing Hunter. Hold on, give me a moment. Roll for you. It's a 3. I have to get hit, of course. Okay, can you please hit me? I need you to hit me. It's for the challenge, please. Come on. Thank you. Okay, so basically, I have to get hit before I can do anything else. That's basically what happens when I roll 2 to 5, I believe. I believe it's 2 to 5. I could be wrong about that. Also, I have to use my ult. I keep forgetting. Use my ult. I'm certainly the weakest on the team. Like, that's just undoubted. Because of the type dice thing I'm doing. Okay, so I need to heal. Let's roll real quick. It is an 11. That means I can heal. Okay. The boss is dead anyway. My teammates are just... They're obviously using meta builds. You can tell. I see some Hoarfrost Stomp in there. I see some amazing stuff from the Duchess. Not too sure why she's running Gladius of all bosses. This is base Gladius. It's not even Deep of Night. But hey, I won't complain if she wants to carry me through the dice run, because I don't think I would be able to do it solo. Just because one, I don't do meta builds. I don't do a certain path or builds with my relics. I know how to play the game, obviously. I've beaten Gladius easily over 20 times. Haven't no-hit him, obviously. I'm not a no-hit player. Maybe I could if I wanted to, but that would take some practice. I don't know why I was sitting there staring at the screen for so long anyway. Also, keep forgetting to take that off my screen. What else do I want to talk about while we're running? For my stream schedule, I will also be doing a stream tomorrow as well. I think I put that in my about, but basically, I didn't stream yesterday. I was setting up some stuff with my dice. I was still stuck on it because I definitely need to get better at that because that is horrid. But anyway, yes, as I was going to say, I didn't stream yesterday. I couldn't get the dice plugin to actually work yesterday, so I had to spend all day today trying to search one down. I felt so mad at myself. It's almost kind of a, I don't know how I would say it. Not bad luck, well, I think it would just be more so my stupidity. You can, hotkey, I searched all over OBS guides for it. I couldn't find anything that said you could hotkey the interact button. That's what I was searching. But the thing that I don't need to hotkey isn't the interact button on OBS. It's the show and hide key. That's what activates this dice roller. This was the first dice roller that we had on stream that I was trying to set up like a week ago now. And I was so confused because it just didn't work. Like, it didn't work in the slightest. Also, I noticed that we're going into the mountaintops now. I always call them the mountaintops of the giants, but that's not what they're called. Oh, okay. But anyway, yes, it was the first roller that I found. I had to find it through an obscure, very, very obscure, like, only like 1,000 view YouTube guide. Very hard to find. I spent like a genuine week on trying to find that video. But now that we have it, I think it's absolutely worth it. Alright, so I'm gonna roll now. A bit chaotic. What is that 6? No, it's 9. 9 is, don't drink a flask until character ult, and if it's an attack roll, I can only use the skill. So I have to spam roll. Wait, no, this is roar. I don't know why I said roll. Similar RO, I suppose. This sucks. Okay. Now I'm going to use my ult. Basically, that means the dice rolls reset. I have to do it until the dice rolls, so now I can, Wait, no, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I've broken my own rules. I'm not allowed to do that. How do I penalize myself? I'm going to throw out this weapon. That's the penalty. No, I can't dual wield like I usually do. I have to specifically use this fourth greatsword. I have to penalize myself because I just cheated my own challenge. I'm not supposed to change what my weapon attack is. So basically, I rolled a 9. That means I cannot do light attack, heavy attack, or any other attack. I have to use my skill. Where am I going? I'm walking into a wall. Alright, let's rush in here. Go head forward into the dragon. Yeah, no, it's just deserved at this point. Why am I not getting it through my thick skull? Okay, well, we got a great sword anyway. All's well that ends well. But anyway, yes, I'm only allowed to use a skill. That's the current dice roll. Until I roll a nat 20. Also, I forgot to roll. Ugh. My memory is definitely... It's not the bosses in the game. I'm not struggling against that because obviously my teammates are carrying me. It's my memory. I keep forgetting. I've lost 2 great swords now. I could have been dual wielding with bleed and frost, but of course my memory decided, no, you're not going to remember that you're not supposed to light attack. I've been light attacking, by the way, on the past 2 bosses, which I'm not supposed to do. I rolled a 9. Get it off my screen, by the way. Oh, this is actually a boss. I need to roll against you as well. Even though you're at like 1 HP, I still need to roll. What did I roll? 20? Amazing. That actually saves me. I can now light attack again. I've been getting awfully lucky on these rolls. These rolls are very, very, very generous. Can I loot him, please? Thank you. It's a dagger with chilling mist. Honestly, we'll ping that for the Duchess, just in case she wants a little bit of frostbite in her toolkit. 2 nat 20s in one game is insane, yeah. I got it. Oh wait, you're saying to run. Yeah, this guy one-shots you. What am I doing? I completely forgot who this guy was. For whatever reason, I see Ice Dragon. I'm just like, oh yeah, let me let me go fight this Ice Dragon that can one-shot me in one roar. We're also going to get rid of that Luring Pot. By habit now, the last few times I've been playing Nightreign, not as Scholar, I've been picking up pots just because I'm kind of in like the Scholar mindset of just picking up every single item that you see and hogging it. Anyway, let me grab the power. The power. Again, I need to get better on my inflections on the words. Like, I just need to meticulously research how you pronounce certain words when speaking like this. My voice will be one day... I keep doing this. What is this? Tiny. But anyway, it does seem like we're going to be taking on... I believe that is the dragon. I could be wrong on that. Is it the dragon? Also, I just realized I've had a stone sword key the entire time we've been playing. I completely forgot I had that relic on. Anyway, this guy's going to one-shot me. Like, that's just a fact. I don't know how to counter it. I've never looked it up once. Because I just don't do mountaintops. Dude, come on. Okay, well, apparently the Duchess doesn't know how to dodge it either. Does it just confirm death? Like, you just die? I still don't know. But anyway, time to roll the dice. It is a 5. That is... Can roll the next attack. Fantastic. Hit me with what you got. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Okay, it was very light. We got, like, the very edge of it. Got very lucky on that. Ow. I would like to heal, please. Let me roll for healing. Roll for healing, please. Why am I using the staff? 5? That means I need to get hit again? Oh wait, no, sorry. 6 to 10 was supposed to be don't drink flask. I forgot to... Why did I not think that through? Okay, so anything below 10 is don't drink flask. I meant to put that. Yeah, you can kind of see how the dice roller kind of screws. What's going on with my voice? So basically, I wasn't trying to go as hard with the voice. But now... Okay, well, if you couldn't just tell, I had to just drop my weapon because I screwed up and every single time. Every single time I screw up, it just gives me something better. It just gives me something better. Every single time. But anyway, yes, I wasn't trying to go as hard on the voice. But now I'm trying to, like, tweak it a little, like, midstream. Just so it's not, like, too much and not too little, where you can't notice it. But anyway, yes, the Star Sword's great swords. That's great. And I'm not saying that in a sarcastic way. I know I kind of said that sarcastically. That's actually really, 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 really good. I have not dropped this for the Iron Eye, by the way. I completely forgot I had this. Iron Eye, here. Oh, never mind. You have the Lion Great Bow. It has Holy, though, so you might want it. What is the bosses down here? Is it the Giants? No, because the Giants were over here, yeah? This is... What is this? Oh, it is the Giants. I keep forgetting there's multiple. She just nuked them, so... We're obviously not going to be that big of a help. What does she have? The Giant's Braid Whip? Yeah. I keep forgetting the absolutely massive, Ash of War on that. I always consider it just to be complete garbage. Whoa. Oh. I completely forgot I had that. I'm trying to remember the last time I've actually used these weapons. What happened to you? What? Oh! Yeah, that'll definitely do it when you're completely pinched between 50... You're not. Also, I just want to say how little damage I've taken this run. Like, I genuinely forgot when you're not playing Deep of Night that I'm basically immortal when I play as Wilder. We'll take this flail, honestly, just for the Chilling Mist. Did not mean to crit that random peasant. Poor dude got his entire back just chopped in half. Anyway, night 2, we're level 13. Really, pretty good. I almost said really good, but 15 is really good for obvious reasons. 13, it's not bad. Obviously, we are running Gladius, so no matter what level, we're going to beat the boss. It's quite literally by habit, I say literally, but I need to say literally, like a little more. I don't know if I'm going to lean like that heavy into it. That's what I am talking about when I talk about my voice. Also, what is this hand movement? I'm just spinning my hand over and over. I need more custom, unique stuff to do with my hands. I don't know what I'm doing there either. I'm not trying to karate chop the air. Alright, so it is going to be Morgott, the easiest boss. One of them, at least. There are easier. But that really caught me. Come on, dude. Also, instead of saying things like, come on, dude, I need to switch it out and have, like, come at me, peasants, or something like that. Like, you're usually level 12 by night 3. This would be a god run for you. Honestly, I've definitely had more runs where I'm level 12 than I am level 13, so don't feel bad. It's not unusual. Alright, I'm going to immediately ult, and then I'm going to roll the dice. Let's see. We're going to have level... Is that a 1? Are you... Ah! I wasn't paying attention that he was targeting me. I need to roll for healing. Run! Oh my god. I have to let it hit me. How am I alive? I need to roll again for healing. It's 6 to 10 for healing. It's 6 to 10 for healing. It's a 6. And I did my character roll at the beginning. Wait, is that how it works? I need to add more strict rules. I don't know how I survived that. I literally allowed him to knock me to exactly 1 HP. Also, which one should I do? We'll do this one. It's far more useful. I should have grabbed the whip. But anyway, yeah, when I panic, I also kind of drop the voice. I just dropped my stock. I just dropped my Radon swords. What are they called? The Starcaller Great Swords? Or are they just called Radon's Great Swords? I genuinely forgot, because I always mix them up with the other versions from Shadow of the Erdtree. Oh, we do have a Great Spear. That's actually way, way better. I would say it's honestly on par just because of the weakness. Why do I have so many warming stones? Give me a moment, guys. Give me just a moment. Alright, I think that's good. Why do I have the... What am I doing? What? Again, that's definitely my biggest problem at the moment, is when I accidentally drop the voice completely. Okay, the Duchess does have the Radon Great Swords, so all is well that ends well. Why am I rolling? It's not the boss fight, this is the door. Anyway, I need to add more strict rules for the flask, because obviously I drank the flask at the end. Obviously it didn't matter, because, the boss was dead. But I need to have it more strict to where I have to have my next ult instead of the ult I just used. I feel like that's the rule. If it's anything else besides 6 of 10, I think I'm free to drink it. I think that's what it should be. Alright, so we're going to roll the attack roll now, just so I can actually attack this guy, because I'm hesitating at this moment. It's a 20. Amazing. That's the third 20 this run. I'm going to use my skill on him, because I believe he's weak to Holy. Am I right? He's weak to Holy, yeah? Or is he weak to Lightning? No, he's definitely weak to Holy. I remember his weakness. Alright, so I don't have to roll again until my next ult. Which might genuinely be this entire fight, considering how fast we're killing him. Okay, yeah, it is Holy. I just wanted to make sure. Ow. Didn't realize the one was to my... Ow? What? Okay, roll to heal. Roll to heal. I completely screwed up my dice rolls. Okay, so it is a... Is that a 6? Please don't tell me that's a 6. Of course it's a 6. I can't drink until my ult. That's... screwed. Wait, I can still use items. I did not add a dice roll for items. It's a little stupid, I know. I'm just sitting here while my team is... Well, that's the punishment for me accidentally using the dice. I just got rid of my holy weapon. That's strength, a literal strength spear. What? Iron Eye is down. How I have not died is pretty beyond me, to be honest, at this point. Ow. What did you hit me with? Ow. Okay. I knew you had that follow-up, by the way. I know he has that. I know his entire moveset, but I didn't know it went back that far. I don't think I've ever been hit by it when it goes back that far. I have my ult. Let me ult. Just, I don't even care if it hits him or not. It'll allow me to roll again for heal. Or actually, no, it'll allow me to heal. Now I can legitimately heal. Actually, no, I'm going to skip it. That's part of the punishment. No, I already dropped my weapon. I think that's the punishment instead. Alright, did roll. That's it. Okay, well, the boss is dead. I might... Here's the thing. I might redo the challenge, but on solo instead. I'm thinking about it now. You can get so easily carried when you're on trios that it almost becomes, too easy. Like, you can just get carried through every single run. So that's what I'm also thinking about right now, because obviously we could have just laid back and the Duchess would have cleared the run for us. The problem is, when you stream Nightreign, you're basically forced to either do an insane solo run that's like a no-hit, or you have to do trios, because if you don't do trios, it's just not as entertaining. So I'm kind of conflicted when it comes to that sort of thing. I'm trying to think about it right now. Give me just a moment before we start the next game. I know I should really do back-to-back-to-back games, but at this moment, it's kind of just going through my brain. Should I do solo or should I not? Definitely. Alright. I was definitely, again, as I said, conflicted if I should do solo or not, just because it's kind of hard to talk when you don't have teammates and when you don't really have them guiding you. Because that's really, I just kind of go on autopilot when I play on stream versus when I play on trios when your team is guiding you. Though sometimes I do guide my team. Anyway, we are going to do Gaping Jaw unless there is a Everdark Gaping Jaw. Also, let me change my character now that we're doing solo. I need to change my character. Oof. Oof. This one is going to be very rough for me. I'm terrible with the Recluse in solo. I'm terrible with quite literally everyone. But the Guardian I've played the least of in Nightreign. I played him the most in the network test back in February of last year. But when it came down to it, I just kind of scrapped him when I started playing the actual Nightreign in May. So yeah, I'm going to change to Solera, obviously. Hopefully he brings me good luck. Executor almost scared me in the corner. I was wondering who that was. Anyway, Gaping Jaw with Guardian. This is going to be very, very rough. Alright, here we go. Again, this is the semi-prototype phase of the dice rolling. It's not the test phase, but it's... I guess it's kind of stupid to say. We're still kind of trying it out. We're just testing. We are still, trying it out on stream. But I did not check my relics, so what am I doing? I don't even know if I have, like, really old relics on that are, like, completely outdated. Perhaps they've buffed them. Perhaps they've buffed the Guardian since the last time I played them. I believe they have, if I remember the patch notes correctly. But I could be wrong. There could have been someone else. I believe it was Executor who got buffed, not Guardian. Alright, where's the last fellow? That was not the last one. That was supposed to be a running one. Thank you. Alright, let's loot up for ourselves. We have the Glintstone Staff. We have Torch. I suppose when I do camps as well, I should also do a roll. I feel like that's, that would be the best thing to do. Battle Axe. Why is his sorcery scaling 94? Is there something I'm missing? 94. Huh? That's not right. Yeah. Okay, a little odd on the sorcery scaling. I'm trying to figure out in my brain. I'm trying to remember why is the Guardian's sorcery scaling in the 90s? Is it a relic I have on, or is it something else? Does he just have oddly high sorcery scaling? Anyway, yes, we are going to do this castle. It is a crystal guy, a crystallian. I don't know. I've never been able to say their names correctly. I've never heard anyone else say their names correctly in any YouTube video or content. So, yeah, this is it's a bit strange. I'm using a staff as Guardian. It doesn't feel right, but the sorcery scaling, it's, for some reason, really, really high. But anyway, I keep saying I just scrapped that entirely. Okay, but his attack rating is still really low with it. It's still on par with his halberd. I was wondering. I was really, really confused when I saw it. But obviously it's going to be too good to be true. Unless it's talking about its skill. No, that's a Swift Glintstone Shard. Alright, this is going to be an absolute challenge. This is the boss, so now we have to actually roll. 15. Okay, that is forced to use heavy attack. That is completely fine with this boss. This boss requires heavy attack. Also means I cannot do my skill, but I am allowed to do my character skill, I believe. I don't believe I wrote any restrictions on that. Also ult as well, because that refreshes some of my rolls. Alright, but I'm only allowed to do heavy attack for my inputs. Yeah, they absolutely buff the Guardian, from what I can tell. Also, I'm just so used to playing him in trios that I don't remember his solo scaling, because that is a lot of damage. We have a halberd right here. We're absolutely going to switch out. So we will be level 3 by now. Yep. Gotta get rid of the dice as well. Does he have the Evergel? He does not. That's going to be a big problem for later on. As for the next thing to take on, I believe we'll take on the other castle. Again, I don't really know any of the meta pathing. I do obviously know the Evergel tactic. That's OG Nightreign launch tactic. But I don't know any of, like, anything new. Or anything besides that, really. Regardless, I am still stuck on using heavy attack until I have ult. That is the challenge. I need to turn my I almost said my resolution. I need to turn my my mouse sensitivity up as well. It's been extremely low all stream. Where is the boss? Here is the boss. Anyway, yes, I will allow the use of character skills, but I will not allow the use of... I forgot it's not my ult. It doesn't make me invincible. It's not the Rager's ult either. Or, sorry, skill. You please die. Why am I using light attacks? I have to throw out my weapon now. Good thing I was accidentally using my, the wrong... Whoa. Good thing I was accidentally using the wrong halberd. Otherwise, I would have had to throw this thing out. I just did it again. There's something wrong with my memory, like, actually. I need to heal as well. Struggling this much on a normal night is insane. Okay, so it's 6 to 10. I means I can't drink from my flask. And the storm's here as well. Of course it is. Not off to the best start. Again, my solo capabilities are just not the best. Why is my dice roll and my two-hand the same thing? Excuse me. Nightreign. Key bindings. What is this? Unassign. Thank you. I completely forgot I had that set. Should be fine now. Okay, we're good. That's useful for when I need to two-hand my offhand. But obviously we aren't going to be doing that this stream, I don't believe. It is useful though, I do use it. That's why I have it keybound. But anyway, moving on, we are going to be going to the castle. And after that, we're just going to be going into the circle at that point. I know I'm way too low level to be going to the castle. Well, not too low level. I'm running without the blue weapon now, I'm running with a normal battle axe, but it's fine. Okay, it's Crucible Knights, that's a bit of trouble. I feel like they improved his dodge. I don't remember his dodge being this good. I remember it being really good. Okay, a little bit of a strange hitbox. I am going to ult, which means I can finally use light attacks. Oh yeah, I forgot, you can hold it to heal. I haven't played Guardian in so long. How long will it take me to kill you? Does that on you, please? Thank you. Oh, this is terrible. I need to roll the heal, quickly. Please, please, wait. What is that, a 9? Is that good? No, it's not! Alright, we're going to actually flee from this. I don't think I'm able to do this as Guardian. Like, I know, obviously, I've fought well over enough Crucible Knights to know their entire moveset. But I'm not confident with the Guardian's roll. I don't know the timing to it, like, at all. Okay, yeah. There is some healing bush here that might have just saved me. Let's see. So get this dice off of my face. Can I please kill the Crucible Knight? And do the double spin. Do the skill. I'm doing literally no damage to him. This might not be worth it. That goes far as hell. Oh, he's gonna, yeah. Despawn. Alright, come at me. Ow. Okay. Really bad. I need to run. I just need to run. At this point, I've wasted so much. I can't run. It would be such a waste of time. I have to get the runes out of this guy. We're just playing a turn-based game at this point. One, taking turns. I do have ult as well, which means I can finally heal. I forgot I can just hold the ult to heal as well. That is one really good thing about Guardian. I thought you were gonna die. Please die. Thank you. All that work just to kill one little knight. Certainly not worth it. We're going to go back into the castle, try and kill another. I don't believe we'll be able to pull it off in time, but we're level 5. Not the desirable level you want to be on day 1. You absolutely want to be at least level 7 for the Night 1 boss, even if you are good at the game or are experienced with the bosses. Just because you could always mess up. Even the best players mess up sometimes. Whoa! Alright, I'm going to use my character skill. Ow. Also, I need to be using my rolls as well. I keep forgetting. I'll technically count these guys as a boss. Ow. Okay, so I'm forced to do skill, that means. I also need to roll for healing as well. Ow, ow. Okay. I was paying a bit too much attention to the dice. At least it doesn't really matter here. I can quite... Yeah, I spawn right here. So it's really not that much of a problem. What is a problem? I keep doing this. What is this? I asked that before, but what is that? Alright, we're going to have to come back to the castle. This is a god run, right? I'm level 4. I'm not exactly sure if God Run would be the right word to describe this. This would absolutely be one of my horror runs, my worst runs. Not of all time. I've absolutely had runs worse than this. But this is unideal. We have no churches. No, not a single church on spawn. Three flasks for a Night 1 boss. Not good. I'm playing as Guardian for 2. I'm not good at Guardian at all. No Everjail key. And like 1 boss down and 1 Crucible Knight. So no, I would not say it's very good. Also, I just realized I was fighting with my M1, wasn't I? I don't remember, so I'm not going to penalize myself for it. To spice things up, I also believe I'm going to roll for the enemies that spawn when for like the pre-boss fight. I always feel bad for these poor little guys. They're always just getting abused by everyone. for the runes. Ow, 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 ow. Can you please spawn in? Thank you. Alright, I believe... I'm not too sure what boss this is. I would think it would be Wormface, but it's not... I don't remember Wormface not spawning the rock guys. Not the rock guys, the death hugger guys. So I'm trying to remember who this is. How could you not? Ow. Okay, I'm getting annihilated by rats. This is embarrassing. I'm just trying to heal through it because I have the post-damage attack, so I'm not really trying to dodge their stuff too much. But it's not, the tactical was not working out well. I was definitely losing more than I was earning. What boss is this? Gaping Dragon? Oh yeah, of course. Immediate roll. Ow. It's a 2. That means I can't roll the next attack, but I'm also going to roll for healing. I can absolutely heal. I'm also going to use my ult just so it refreshes any stuff I had for that. Okay, wait, I'm supposed to get hit by the next attack, yeah? Okay, so I have to get hit by that. Hurt quite a bit, but we can absolutely just tank through it. I forgot to capitalize on the post-damage attack. See, I have to say when it's a heal roll and when it's an attack roll, because obviously, if it was an attack roll, and I rolled a 17, I would have been forced to do light attacks only. Which is usually what I do anyway, as you can see on the screen. So that one's really not that much of a punishment, unless I want to do a skill. Like, if I had Rivers of Blood, I would obviously be pretty mad if I'm only allowed to do light attacks with that good of a skill. Chop off his tail. Okay, he's going to spread his miasma around. Definitely one of the easier bosses for Nightreign. His tail is really hanging on there. There we are. Right, we have the Exalted Flesh and a Katana. Oh, right, I did not realize that's what he was doing. Thankfully did not really do anything to me. I'm going to do an attack roll now. Because we have the, we have ult. What did I roll? I rolled a 2. That means I have to roll, I cannot roll the next attack. Which means I have to stand in this. Wait, is that technically, okay, well, whatever this is, I have to get hit by it. Okay, now I can use my ult. I'm going to make another attack roll, just to make things a little more interesting. Okay, wait, never mind. I was going to for a moment, but then my health just got half. Ow, that's... I need to heal. I need to roll to heal quickly. Wait, no. I can still heal. I can still heal. Because only 6 to 10 is you don't heal. I need to heal again. I need to roll again to heal. Give me a second, Gaping Dragon. That's a 2. I can still heal. 2 is not bad when it comes to healing. It's only 6 to 10 again. I do not have a I do not have a rule for attacking it. Surprisingly, you just keep dodging it over and over. I'm stuck on his leg. There went all my health. Big problem. We're going to use a Warming Stone. Is he going to jump on me? Yes, he is. I'm dead, actually. Is he about to do the running? If he is, I'm dead, yes. I believe I might actually die here. Of course, we do have the additional revive on solo. Okay, well, we barely were able to pull it off. I'm surprised I was struggling that much against Gaping Dragon. Of course, we did have the dice modifiers, but even then, like, it's Gaping Dragon. It's really not that hard. We'll have the improved dodging. That's extremely good for Guardian, who has very low ones. I do believe he got buffed, though, because he's been far more responsive than he ever has been in the past. So I do think he has a hard buff on him from the developers. So if Bandai Namco, FromSoft, whoever decided to update the Guardian, thank you very much. He was complete ass in Nightreign before, dodge-wise. Unless it's the exact same, and I'm for some reason just remembering him differently. But anyway, yes, we will be going towards the castle. We are absolutely leveled enough, level 7. This is supposed to be the ideal level for day 1, but of course I completely sucked with the dice rolls. But we will continue. Fire pot, and another fire pot. Alright, I did not mean to pull up the torch. I completely forgot I had that, by the way. I just now remembered I have Steel Guard. I'm out of stamina. I forgot how Steel Guard works. I just completely jumped off the castle, but at least I can heal. I was trying to do a heal roll. Okay. That's a little embarrassing. Embarrassed. Okay. I'll get better eventually at saying certain words. I need to practice, like, every single individual word that's pronounced differently. I need to practice every single individual one multiple times a day. Until this is just my natural voice. At this point, this could just be my natural voice. Anyway, we're going to be doing a Whirlwind into... Actually, I really should roll against these guys. They're practically just mini-bosses at this point, yeah? 17, that is forced to do light attacks, which is completely fine for me. But now I also need to heal, so let me roll. The rolls are messing me up. 4, that is... Okay, I am allowed to drink. Again, the dice rolls will go a lot smoother when I actually have every single number set up to be an individual challenge, because right now I need to call out whether or not it's a heal roll or an attack roll. But at the moment, I'm only allowed to do light attacks and my weapon skill. So nothing else. No Seal Guard, no anything. Nothing is allowed except light attack and character skills. Why do I allow character skills? I'm not too sure, to be honest. I keep failing these, Okay, I'm going to ult, which means the light attack thing will be off. I forgot to kill the max. Okay, so now the light attack thing is off, which means I need to re-roll. It is 17. That means I'm back to doing light attacks. Which again is not really that big of a punishment, because it's not really supposed to be bad. A 17 is a very good roll. Like in most dice games, that would be a very good roll if you roll a 17. But it's not really supposed to like punish me for rolling a 17. It's supposed to be better than obviously anything under 15. Anything really above 15 is considered a decent roll. I'm not even sure if I'm fighting this guy correctly as a Guardian. And again, I normally fight these guys in trios when they're just getting completely ganked, so... I am somewhat rusty on fighting them in solos. Please. more. Nice, okay. I will allow myself to heal because we're not fighting anything. So after every single enemy, just like any other dice game, you're allowed to heal after a fight, just freely, because obviously it's not turn-based at that point. Okay, so roll against this guy. Okay, it's a 9, which is don't drink flask. And if it is an attack roll, which it is, I'm forced to do skill. And the skill is, what skill is this? This is stamp. Sweet. This is going to be very interesting because I don't know what this skill is. Oh, it's this one. Okay. Wait, this is the stance. Oh no. Wait, I have ult. I have ult. That means I can just immediately refresh the rule. Okay, now I have it refreshed, which means I have to roll again for the attack roll. 12, which is forced to do heavy attacks. Of course it is. Also, I also have to fully charge them. I forgot to mention that. I have to fully charge the heavy attack. I may have not fully charged them earlier. That's because this was not a rule, but I feel like to make it a rule, I need to have it. Oh, I need to heal. Healing roll. 18. That's a heal. I do not know how you clip me. Another healing roll, please. I was not paying attention to him. I was paying attention to my second monitor where my dice is. Is this a god run? No, this is the exact opposite of a god run. This is a terrible run. We're probably going to die to Gaping Jaw, to be honest. I'm usually not that bad at the game. If I was not doing the dice challenge, obviously I would completely annihilate the Gaping Jaw as Guardian solo. As long as he's not Everdark. Everdark I might struggle a tiny, small amount against. Maybe even die against. Mainly because Adele is a boss I do not typically fight solo. Alright, I'm still forced to do light attacks and heal with the dice, so another roll to heal. It is 9. Which means is I cannot use my flask until I get my ult back, which is absolutely devastating. Oh, okay. But he just completely tried to snipe me just then. But anyway, yeah, since I'm not allowed to use my flask, I have to run all the way out here. I need to level up anyway. Then I have to run all the way back. Complete waste of time. It's not the end of the world level of devastating, but it is typically a run ender if you were trying to beat an Everdark boss. Because every second counts, obviously. I'm still forced to do heavy attacks. I'm going to do fully charge as well. That rule still applies, just so it makes it a tiny bit harder. You might actually be beaten by the storm here as well. Okay, ult's almost charged, which means almost about to be allowed to heal. There we go. And the ult also heals me, of course. I am playing as Guardian. There we go. Now we're going to immediately character skill out of this. And then... Oh no! I had to fully charge my heavy. I don't even think I fully charged it. I broke my roll. I broke my roll, which means I need to swap weapons now. I am terrible at rolling that when I'm playing as anything but Executor. Or Undertaker, obviously, because they have to around the same roll. Okay. Wait, was I allowed to heal? I believe I was. Now I'm not allowed to heal, because I need to roll for it again. I'm forced to use the Serpent Bone Blade. Let me heal to roll. Or roll to heal, I mean. It is a 16, that means I can heal. Also, I need to roll to attack as well. Ow, I was rolling my dice, could you not? I pressed the wrong button to roll the dice anyway. It is a 16, which means I'm forced to do light attack, which is already what we were doing. You almost just killed me. and I rolled a 20 to heal, which is actually unfortunate because that would have been nice to have a break from rolling the dice until my next ult. I did not realize that's what he was about to do. Thankfully dodged that one. There we go. It took forever. Envoy's Longhorn. Beautiful. I believe Adele is weak to acid. Oh, sorry. Did I say acid? I meant to say poison, not acid. We are level 9, which is very, very good. I am still forced to light attack, which means I cannot do the skill on this. Yeah, I believe we'll go kill the boss over here. After we kill the boss, we will switch to... let's see. We could do this castle. It's useless ruins, actually, so we really should not do that. As for these bats, goodbye. Or not. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you. Just some free runes along the way. It's Bell-Bearing Hunter. Of course it is. Was that worth it? Fighting the Crucible Knight until that long? No. If that's what you were talking about. Bell-Bearing. Can I kill you as Guardian? I thought I perfectly dodged that. I did not. That's great. I need to run anyway. I'm not fighting you anymore. Because the storm is coming in. Completely wasted my time. I'm level 9, which is obviously significantly lower than the level 12. When I do challenges like this, I typically do end off with a very low level. Especially on the last challenge stream, but that was like back in August, I believe that was. Like back in September, August. That was the last challenge stream. Why is there a dice on my screen? That's a 20. What? Okay, I've been completely scammed. I apologize if I'm not speaking at the moment. I'm trying to... Okay, there we go. Mark here. I was just kind of worried I wasn't going to make it up. Also, I just realized, I believe I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm just a complete idiot. I have no churches. I just hit my microphone. I'm so sorry for that. Ow? Who? I am in a big pile of... Yeah, I'm in a big pile of shit right now. Just to put it straight. I have no flasks, except the base 3. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm absolutely 100% dead. That's very unfortunate. At least I know until next time. Also, I may or may not end the stream early today. I will have to see if I end the stream early today. Also, I'm going to use my ult on... Actually, no, I'm going to save it for the boss. I will allow myself that. I know I usually said that I have to use the ult like as soon as I can, but I feel like that only applies when there's a boss like on the screen. Like, it feels a little stupid to waste it on these tiny enemies. Can I please hit you so you don't wear down my health? I only have 3 flasks, please. What boss even is this? Demi-humans. Wait, these are not demi-humans. These are misbegotten. Also, I was supposed to roll against you guys, yeah? For my attack rolls. It's a 20. Okay, that's nice, that's nice. That means I get a break, actually, so I don't have to use my ults against the boss immediately, even though that's the rule, so I'm going to have to anyway. I have to not break the rules that I clearly put in place, but I can. Oh, it's the Crucible Knight and Golden Hippo. Of course it is. People have done this with less. I got this. The problem is, I would got this if I wasn't rolling dice that forced me to hit. That forced me to get hit. Anyway, time for the dice roll. It is another 20. That's insane. 2 20s, one after the other. That means I don't have to do anything except fight this guy, as I usually would. Let me two-hand this. I don't really feel like using Steel Guard. I'm not the best Steel Guard user. Again, I just really don't play Guardian. There we go. Alright, the Golden Hippo will be coming out, but obviously we should focus on getting the Crucible Knight out as quick as possible. Why did I do the skill right point blank? Ow. Now I have to roll to heal. That was maybe the stupidest thing I possibly could have done. Roll to heal immediately before the Golden Hippo comes to kill me. It is a 2. That means I can heal. That was far too close. Okay, so focus on the Golden Hippo. Or sorry, the Crucible Knight. Actually, the Golden Hippo might be the better one to focus on, simply because he doesn't have a second phase, and he is the fastest out of the 2 bosses. Like, he will just completely track me down, ow. And murder me. Ow. So again, I do not have to dice roll until the next heal, or the next attack roll, which will be after the next ult. Beautiful. Ow. Got the timing on that just a tad bit wrong. Throw some fire pots. Uh-oh. I might be dead here. Never mind. Roll to heal. I usually do not get grabbed by the stupid Golden Hippo, but oh no, I just got the Don't Drink Flask into ult. Okay, we almost have ult. Ow. This is not good. Again, the dice really distracts me. Like, obviously, if I was just focusing on the boss, I would not have died just then. But I'm glancing constantly between the two things. Not only for the chat, but also for... Okay, I need to ult. But again, for the dice. So I'm looking at the second monitor for 2 different things, and it really screws me up compared to if I was just, like, obviously playing off stream. So it does inhibit me just a bit. Like, I'm obviously not a god off stream. I'm not a no-hitter. But I'm not usually this terrible. Thankfully, we do get the free revive. Golden Hippopotamus is dead. Also, I do have to do another attack roll. What am I doing? 8. What is 8? That is... Ooh, almost misdodged that. It is do skill. The only way I can deal damage to this Crucible Knight is if I do my skill. Thankfully, this is a decent skill. The problem is I'm going to run out of MP. Or, sorry, FP. In, from soft terms. Oh, no. That's the wrong way to roll. I believe I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. So I need to roll to heal. I can heal. We got lucky with the roll. Ow. Ow. Yes, I believe I'm absolutely 100% dead because I'm forced to use the skill. Is that a 9? Yeah, I'm dead. I have to wait till... GG's. It was a good run, but... Obviously, I kind of scuffed it with the flask. Whole flask thing. Very, very unfortunate. And he's just going to shield all of it as well, because he's a Crucible Knight. Oh, there's a Butch over there as well, yeah, but it's screwed. I was dead anyway. Being forced to use my skill to deal any amount of damage. And then if I run out of FP as well, I'm just dead. And I have to survive the boss until I get my ult back. So extremely rough. There was no chance I had that. I screwed up with the flasks. I realized last second that I had not grabbed any churches the entire time, which is obviously what I do every single time. The entire dice mechanic made me focus on getting levels instead of flasks. So I'm very rough. Let me see if I should end the stream early. I don't believe I should, but just in case. Okay, so we would be trying the Guardian Gaping Jaw run again. I'm just trying to see if I should save it for the next stream. Because by then, I would have every single number set up. I really wanted just the Gladius, just for us to do Gladius today, but obviously, I don't know what went through my head at the time, that we don't have... That's not enough content to stream. It's only like 45 minutes, so I don't really know what I was thinking of when I wrote the rules for the challenge for the test, because I did want to see if it would perfectly work seamlessly on stream in a rush, like, entertaining environment, and of course it does. We have it right there. I would like a sound effect, but I don't believe we will get one. Slightly unfortunate. I could set one up, but oh well. That's besides the point. Anyway, we might end the stream here. I am considering it simply because, one, I want to get the additional number set up. We are streaming tomorrow anyway, so it would be fine to do a short stream today. I am also practicing, of course, how I speak and what words I use. Like, I obviously don't want to say dude, or like, as much as I do. I do want to focus on my my vocabulary on stream. So that's very nice. But anyway, yes, I believe I will be ending stream now. Just because I do want to focus on editing the dice now that we know it 100% works. I do, yes, I want to have like each individual number. Obviously, one would still be something horrible, like drop your weapon, or I would have it just be die, but that's going to be extremely, like, it's going to cause more rage, and just, it wouldn't be very fun if number one was just die. But anyway, yes, I think I'll keep that as, like, drop weapon. I think that's a rather devastating one. As for the other roles, we could have, like, 20 as something really, really good. Even better, I just need time to think about what I should put as it. And for each other individual number, we would have, a condition and something to set. But anyway, yes. I need to stop saying as much. I need to drink real quick before I do the outro. Just a moment. Complete ASMR. Didn't realize the mic picked that up, but I believe it does because I could see it kind of flickering and go extremely loud when I slam the cup down. But anyway, yes. As for the outro, it's time to practice the new outro. Let me pull up the script real quick. It is... Where is it? I appear to have lost my outro. Okay, it's farewell, goodbye, and see you next stream. I don't know. Does that work? Does that work? Farewell, goodbye, and see you next stream. It's a little bit rough, I think. Farewell, goodbye, and see you later. No. See you later. That sounds significantly worse. See you next stream. Um, farewell, goodbye, and okay, this is giving me another wave of brain fog. Farewell, goodbye, and I bid you. Wait, no, because I already have farewell. Um, hmm. This is absolutely why I should not be coming up with these things. I will come up with this after the stream. Farewell, goodbye, and see you next stream. Don't be a peasant. Don't forget to follow. Saying that out loud, I kind of just realized how ridiculous that sounds. But I guess I'll keep it. And if you didn't like the stream, I'll, okay, let me restart. I need to do this in one shot. Ready? Are you ready? Farewell, goodbye, and see you later. If you didn't like the stream, I'm doing it in the wrong order. Farewell, goodbye, and see you later. I don't know how many more. I don't know how many more takes I'm going to need to be able to do this properly. Farewell, goodbye, and see you later. Don't be a peasant. Don't forget to like the stream. And if you didn't like the stream, I'm going to scrap that last part. It keeps stunning me with how bad it is. I need to rewrite that, and we'll be back next stream. I promise you, the outro will be better next time. Anyway, yes. Farewell, goodbye, and see you later.